So, alright, so first and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. We said, I'm going to say apostles and elders of agreement on the well. Our teachers are apostles in truth. And we say salutations, holy Akamot, to put you on truth and say, Din and the out. Constantly teasing our season with Shalom. And then once again, going into our video here. And that's basically something I had said in some past videos this week, where I said I will do a video going in on how everything that's happening is prophecies. Because so why I said it was going into the RFID chip, right? Doing a video on the MOTB, doing a video on that, and people not believing that this thing is that, right? Now, nonetheless, if something so important as the wicked implementing something into your hand, would not the Lord speak about this thing? Would not the Lord speak about this thing? Well, nonetheless, and it's fact to spread that that it's just a show that all these things that are happening, all these things that are going on in the world is prophecy. As Scripture say, the end is being made manifest, right? And that is where it's seeing taking place. All these things that are happening is prophecies. So nonetheless, let's open with 2 Ezra chapter 9. You see, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So you say, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. Right? And when thou seest part of the signs pass, no, this is where you're seeing things happening, you're seeing the things that were written and were mentioned to come, you're seeing it happen right before your eye. Right? Now, many people believe it's just a common crisis or a common occurrence or something like that. But no, it's prophecies playing out right before your eye. I'm going to jump to our scripture here, right? It's Isaiah 34. This is Isaiah chapter 34, verse 16. It says, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. Now this is an important thing. This here itself shows you that people don't read. They don't. Especially Christianity, these Catholics, these churchgoers, they don't read. They just go to church, they hear what the pastor has to say, and they go off with what the pastor say, and they believe every single word he say, not knowing it's a lie, not knowing it's not according to what it is written inside of here he teaching. Right? So he says, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. It said, none of these shall fail. So all the things that are written inside there, the prophecies and so forth, it said would not fail. So the things that are happening right before you right now is things that were written and were foretold to come. So you really feel something like a chip going inside of you was not written. It is. It might be written like that, but it's there. It's there. So it says, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. Now, and now, I remember doing a video about the word buy and sell recently, and this will show you that majority of people that going into the mark of the beast, they're not reading or understanding what is written right before the eye. Right? So nonetheless, it says, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. It said no one of these shall fail. Because why? Let me jump to Isaiah 55, right? Verse, I think it's verse 10 or verse 8. No, verse 11, right? It says, Isaiah 55, verse 11, it says, so shall my word that goeth forth out of my mouth, it shall not return unto me void. You understand? So the things that were put out there by the Lord, it is going to happen. It said, though it tarry, wait for it, because it surely will come. And that is where you see the things that the crisis, the famines, all these things that were written, all these things that are happening is things that were written and foretold to come. The prophecies, the things in the word inside here. Let's say, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereunto I sent it. So it shall prosper. All right. I'm going to let's look at the meaning for two words here, right? Void. First meaning, void. Alright, void. It's a not valid or legally binding. It's a completely empty, right? So it wouldn't it shall not return unto him void. It should not come turn unto him empty or not valid. It is going to happen. The things that come out of the Lord mouth, it is going to happen. He talk about the mark of the beast, he talk about famines, pestilence, um, earthquakes, uproars of the people, kingdom against kingdom. This is things that is seen on a high increase now. So the prophecies are playing out, right? So so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereunto I sent it. Now, and look at the word prosper, right? It say prosper. It say succeed in material terms or be financially successful. It say make successful. Make successful. So it is going to it is the things that was said is going to successfully happen. You understand? It will succeed in what it was sent forth unto. Right? So jumping back into the Isaiah 34 verse, right? So going to mark here. It says, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. It says, no one of these shall fail, none shall want a mate, for my mouth it had commanded, and the spirit it had gathered them. So nonetheless, let's jump back to into the second Ezra, right? Second Ezra chapter 9. Go back here. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, telling us, are we not seeing this? And we're going to see it on a higher increase soon. You understand? It said, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee. So these things will speak even before our time. Before our time. Even from the beginning. So these things that are happening is things that were talked about before. And it's happening today. So as the book of Matthew says, so shall be in the days of Noah. Eating, drinking, giving unto marriage and so forth. Are they not doing that today? So, the things, the prophecies are playing out right before your eye. Right? The prophecies are playing right before your eyes. So to come with it, as I say, what spark it was going into the RFID chip. And this is show you that itself is a prophecy by itself. And it's something that need to be speaked upon. Right? It said, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High speak of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world had a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Now when you look up the word manifest, right? Manifest. It's a clear or obvious. It's a clear or obvious to the eye or mind. So these prophecies and the prophecies that are taking place is just clear and obvious to the mind. Now we know majority of people are the Spirit of the Lord, right? But it's clear and obvious to the mind because you hear people say it. Yes, hear people say it who not even reading the Bible. They're not in the truth or anything, but you see them say, hey, the Lord speak about this. Hey, the Lord talk about that. The Lord talk about the war. Hey, the Lord talk about these food prices. The Lord talk about, all this other stuff. You see them say, so it's clear and obvious to the mind of what it is going on. So it is clear and obvious with this thing that they're bringing, the RFID chip. It's clear and obvious that is being made manifest. Right? It's for like as all that was made in the world had a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. It says, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in one and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs. And the end is being made the end is being made manifest. See, through effects and signs. And we're seeing that. We're seeing signs of the mark of the beast. We're seeing signs of wars, pestilences, great diseases. Again, it will not come back to the Lord void. So we're seeing it happening. These prophecies are playing out. They can't dodge it. They can't get away from it. It is going to happen. That why the Christians, Catholics, even some of the Israelite camps, they don't want to talk about the mark of the beast, because why? The signs of the prophecies are going into what toward the end. Great sorrows, pain, calamities is soon to take place. So they're not going and talk about it. They see that, and the end is in effect and signs. So that the news articles that we're reading about every day and doing videos upon the RFID chip on a daily basis, that is signs to tell you that the time that we in. They say, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith and whereby he believed, right? So it's an important thing. So nonetheless, it's just to show you that the things that you be reading on the news, the things that they be seeing, the things that they be hearing about, is actually prophecies that were written and foretold to come, right? So with that, we give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. We say that our apostles and elders agreements and our teachers, our apostles in truth, and we say salutations, so the archons, the Christian, truth, and say, Dean and the out. Constantly in season we say, Shalom.